Let's get started. So to start out, I pull my hair back just in this, I don't even know what to call this style, but I knew I didn't want to wear any ugly synthetic wig. I just wanted to pull my natural hair back and spray it green. So I found this green hairspray in Walmart. It's this dark green hairspray. I'll put the name of the hairspray in the description, but luckily I picked up two because I found that green just wasn't vibrant enough. So I also picked up a slime green hairspray, both from Walmart, both in the Halloween section. Again, I'll try to find the name and put it in the description box in case you are interested. But I just took this and I just sprayed my hair green and just tried to blend it in as much as I could. It does not have to be neat at all. The Joker is not neat by any definition. So yep, I just kind of raked that through. And then now I'm going to kind of lay down my eyebrows. I didn't want to have really defined brows, but I didn't want them completely gone either. I'm here talking to my boyfriend. So I just took some purple washable glue, went ahead and just kind of ran it through my brows, combed them straight up, and then ran it through again, and then set that with setting powder. Any setting powder that you have will work perfectly fine. Just make sure you really get in there and push that setting powder into the glue. Now I am taking Maybelline Superstay foundation. I did not want to do body paints. I want it to be pale but not white, not like clown white. And I find that body paint can be a little bit streaky, so I just went with the lightest foundation I can find. I believe this one is shade Porcelain by Maybelline Superstay. And I went with that. It still was a little more paler than I wanted it to be. Like, it was still too stark white against my skin. So you're going to see that I added a little bit of my foundation just to warm it up a little bit towards the end. But you want to just either take foundation that's too light or body paint, whichever works for you. And you want to go ahead and just blend that out. Make sure you get your ears. I wanted to get my full body, chest. You're going to see me do my arms later. And be careful around your eyebrows that you just laid down. Here's where I said, oh, it's a little too white for me. So I went in with my regular shade of foundation and I mixed that in. And then it created a more paler look than just like a stark white clown look. So yep, going to take that again, blend, all the way down your chest or, your arms. And then I came in with a blending sponge just to really smooth out the complexion, because the brush can make it look a little streaky, especially if the color is a lot lighter than you are. So I just took a little bit of foundation on a blending sponge and I went in, and you'll see that the complexion really starts to kind of smooth out and blend out. Now I'm just taking my Maybelline Superstay setting powder. Is in like just completely stark white color. If you don't want to have a colored setting powder, you want to get it as translucent as possible. And I'm just taking the box of crayons eyeshadow palette from the crayon case, and I'm dipping into that deep plum purple shade to start out with, and I'm running this all through my crease and a little bit high up on the brow bone. And I'm just taking that and I'm continuing to deepen that up. I have a picture of Jared Leto, and I'm kind of going for that grungy purple eye look that he had. This does not need to be neat by any stretch of imagination. Just kind of take a reference photo and just kind of go by that. That's exactly what I did. I wanted it to have a look, but again, it's not neat by any stretch of the imagination. It's kind of smudged out. It's kind of grungy. And then I took the black in that same palette. I just kind of did a wash across the lid. I didn't want it to be too dark, too intense, because I didn't want the eyes to be completely blacked out. I still wanted them to have that sort of purple tone. And then I just wanted to glam it up a little bit. I felt like it was a little too grungy. So I took the shimmering purple shade in that same exact palette, and it gave me the pop that I was looking for. And I just ran that over the lid over top of that black shadow. Now I'm taking a red eyeliner and I'm running that through my waterline, because he had like these kind of red bags underneath his eyes. Again, I'm going to insert the picture so you can kind of see what I'm referencing. And then I just took a brush, and then I took that deep plum purple and smudged out underneath that red. Don't be afraid to go down a little far with this, because he really did have those really red and purpley bruised eyes. So now I am taking this Morphe palette, and I'm just taking this really gray tone brown, and I'm contouring my face with that. I did not want a natural contour at all. I wanted, again, a grungier look. So that's the kind of really dusty contour that I went with. Now on to the lips. Again, I kind of want to give the lips a look and not just be red. So I took MAC's Night Moth lip liner and went over the lips with that. And then I filled them in just a little bit, and then I went in with this ColourPop times Hello Kitty collab this red. I can't remember the name of the red, but again, I'll put it in the description box so that you have that. And then again, I'm just kind of blending out that purple. Now I am creating the scars that he has. So I started out with the red in this box of crayons palette, and I just kind of lightly traced out where his scars were. Again, use your reference photo. And he had one above his eye, one on his lip. And then you see me going in with that black very lightly because this black is pigmented and you want it to look kind of as natural as possible. And I went over it slightly with that black. So I started with the red to kind of give it some definition. I went in with the black and it kind of gave it a little bit of depth. I didn't want to do any scar wax or anything like that. Again, I just kind of wanted to keep it to makeup and keep it, I would say, as natural as possible, but and as easy as possible. So now I'm just kind of going along that line and smudging it out so it's just not like a straight line. Then adding one more scar on the forehead, and doing the same process. Yeah, just starting with the red and then going with the black. Here we didn't want to do lashes because Joker does not have on lashes, but I did just want to kind of go over my lashes with just a mascara just to get any dust. Now on to the fun part, the tattoos. I found these tattoos on Amazon. They would definitely be linked below because they are a game changer, especially if you have horrible handwriting like I am. But you just want to cut out the tattoos that he has, especially the damage, which is the most iconic on Jared Leto's Joker. And then you just want to follow the instructions on the sheet of tattoos. It's very simple. And you just pretty much putting water on it. You take the clear protector off, place it on your skin face down, put a little bit of water on it and a little bit of pressure, not much at all. Then I go in with like a rag that has like cold water on it. Press, press, press. You want to be sure that you really get it in there. It only takes a couple of seconds, but you want to make sure that you really press it in before you peel it off. And then voila, I was so unbelievably impressed with these tattoos. Look at that, it just looks perfect. So then yeah, you just keep going with all of the signature tattoos. I did the J, and then you're going to see the ha 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 and the smile in just a minute. Tattoo on his hands. Listen, be precise when you're applying this tattoo. Measure and measure and measure a third time. I felt like I measured this thing 5 times and I still did not get the placement just right. I don't know what it was, but it was just really hard for me to figure out the placement. I would definitely suggest getting someone to help you with these tattoos. As you can see, it was kind of struggle city for me after I got past the face to try to get the tattoos on my hands and on my arms. And like I said, I still got a placement wrong, but hey, it's all right, ain't no problem. I would just say take your time with it. Again, measure, make sure you have it in the right exact spot before you start applying the water. And then as you can see here, I'm peeking just to make sure the corners aren't sticking or anything before I take it off. As you can see, it's still slightly it's crooked. It ain't right, but it ended up turning out perfectly. And then here I'm putting on that last tattoo on the arm, pulling that off. And then it is on to the teeth, the infamous grill. I purchased a grill from Amazon. It was straight up trash. Don't do it. Just get you some good old aluminum foil from the kitchen and make your own grill for the free $99. So I just took a small piece and just kind of put that in and just kind of rubbed it up against my teeth to try to get all the grooves, but it wasn't really working. So I took this small spatula tool and then I really got in there. I did that for both the top and the bottom. Just make sure you kind of really get the defined teeth so the grill can look as realistic as possible. And that is it. I hope you dolls enjoyed, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.